team for having me here. Like he said, I'm Ananya Mohapatra, and I'm here to welcome you all to this amazing community that we call Polkadot India. So before I kickstart this, like if at any point you wonder what I'm talking about or go through what we are doing at the community that I'm going to talk about, you can just scan up this QR code that should take you through all our channels, and you can look into the event and also dive into the action of what's going on at the event, right? So before I kickstart this, guys, if I can get a hand raise on how many developers do we have out here today? Nice, okay. And how about some founders, entrepreneurs who are trying to build a product? Great. Some designers? Lovely. Okay, any lawyers out here? Fantastic. Okay, great. So I think the primary objective of what we are trying to do out here is get an ecosystem going within the country and getting all kinds of Web3 professionals out here, right? So, but our focus currently, of today's discussion is the actual problem that we are trying to solve over here, which is, getting actual Web3 developers onto the ecosystem, breaking all barriers and getting them out into the global space, okay? So a few things that can probably, let me just move away so you can have a clear look at the stats. So we have over 2.6 million STEM graduates, that's your science, technology, engineering, and mathematics graduates every year. We have over 5.8 million developers out here in India. Over 200K IT graduates coming out each year, and over 75% of global digital talent lies here in the country. Some more things that might interest you. Blockchain wallet users grew from 3 million in 2015 to a good 28 million in just 3 years, that's 2018. Blockchain related jobs and even the social media posts that goes out for such jobs have grown by 200% in just 1 year, that's like since 2021. It's the #1 sought out job for currently across the globe. And we Indians, we are the second largest country, English-speaking country, which makes it very easy to work with us as the skill set. And finally, by 2024, India should have the largest developer base in the world, right? So this is a very big thing for us because it's just about now making ourselves available out there. So what are we like? Who is Polkadot India, or what is our journey, and what are we here to do? So let me tell you a quick story. While we were trying to build on this much required language called Substrate, which is very crucial to build in the Web3 ecosystem, that's when we realized that we also, to build further, we needed some kind of guidance, some kind of training, some kind of help to do it right. And when we started building, we realized we don't have that kind of a community going. We don't have that kind of assistance. Everything is just outside of India. So that's when we thought we'll just gather up the right skill set, we'll gather up the right people, and start helping out people like ourselves. And that's when Polkadot India came into the picture, and that's when we started building this community. And while our focus has always been on developers, we realized that this opens up opportunities to all kinds of people. Like we see, we have designers, we have lawyers, we have community builders, we have marketers, and of course the developers without whom we just can't do without, right? Okay, so again, 3 crucial things that we have been, we have noticed that has worked for us is, one, India is one of the largest developer bases in the world currently, but not many are skilled in this language we call Substrate, which is very crucial for Web3 world, right? 2, Polkadot, that we really believe in, is the leading interoperability blockchain, but not many know how to build on it, right? And 3, finally, everyone in the Web3 atmosphere is looking for the right knowledge set, the right resources, but they don't know who to go to or which ones to trust. Especially in today's world where we have so many creators, YouTube is full of them, and all across platforms we have so many. So who do we trust? Who is going to give us that right certification? How do we know that the education we are getting from them is correct? So that's where we came in, and we are trying to solve all these problems whole together and trying to build a community who can trust us with the kind of knowledge and resources that we are providing to them. And I must tell you that everything we do is absolutely free for everyone. It's not like, it's a business that we run on it, and it's just about getting India out there in the bigger picture and leaving the mark, right? So that's what Polkadot India is. How we have tried to establish this is, one, we realized that just by being a developer, learning a certain language called Substrate or Rust or Solidity, that's not enough. You need to understand the entire ecosystem. You need to understand how the projects work amongst themselves, how the token economy works altogether. So it's about having a holistic understanding of how this whole new ecosystem works, right? So that's where we came up with a series called Dot Friday, Now, Dot Friday is a monthly webinar series, again free of cost, like where we get the topmost people or project heads, and we get them to share their journeys, share their learnings, share the places where they failed, they fell, and just simply by listening to them, many have been able to learn what they are not supposed to do. So this is something we do with Dot Friday. Again, things are going to get started and get more deeper into the picture, but as of now, we have covered a lot of topics like DeFi and NFTs, metaverses, gaming, advanced gaming. So it's been like, it's a thematic series, and we are planning to do a lot more as times come. And now the bigger focus right now is a program we call Substrate Saturday. Now, Substrate Saturday is a program exclusively for developers. It's a training boot camp that we do. It's a solid 3-month program where people can start right from scratch, even if you are like a Web 2 developer trying to evolve into Web 3, even if you're senior, or an absolute new fresh coder, you know, trying to start off the journey into Web 3 directly. This is the place to be. And yeah, pretty much been great so far. We kind of finished our our second batch last month, and the placements are ongoing. So as I said, you know, what we do over here is we have like a certificate of completion. We have experts. Like, firstly, this entire course that we do is curated and customized to you know, meet up the Indian developer sensibilities. And what we also do is we get external project tech leads to actually come and live code for you, and as to what they are doing in their actual projects. So that way you're not just learning or training about the coding, you're actually learning what the others are also doing in real life projects. So that's something we do, and that's been pretty good, and we have a great batch that's come out now, and looking forward to some great placements out there. If any of you, if this would make sense, especially to the devs, what this covers is basically your Rust fundamental, live hands-on traits, lot of workshops, frameworks, substrate kitties, backend work. So it gives you the entire foundation level training, which will help you kickstart your journey. And soon we are also planning to have this Lambda school kind of model where you get that actual certification, and you know, you graduate as the batch. And the best part about these courses are they are vetted right from the Polkadot team or the Parity team, which makes it you know, founded by the originals of the entire ecosystem. So that's what we have going with the Substrate Saturday Bootcamp, and this is, these are a couple of them we had from last time. We had the tech leads of Polkadot, A-Star, Unique Network, all of them coming on board and, you know, giving us their learning side, and probably giving us details of their you know, working styles through actual live coding experiences. So that's with that, and a couple of recruitment partners we have currently include like Subsquid, A-Star, Unique Network, Engine Starter, Polkadot, Anmol Network. So it's great going, and like some great dreams going out there, and hoping to get some amazing Indian devs placed in some of these thriving global projects. Now, we also have some amazing community partners, Hack to Skill, Head Start, Wow Labs, which happens to be our founding team, and a great award-winning tech building team that has been around for over a decade. An upcoming gateway to the metaverse, we call it Socially, and again, like something amazing and outstanding project that's going to be unique and a fresh one. So we have these guys enabling our community as well, and with them around, like, I don't think placing the best of devs in the right projects is going to be an issue. So apart from all of this so far, through our partner network and through all that we've been doing so far, this is what we've, like, our reach has been. Over 100 colleges, over 1,000 startups, and over 10, you know, 1 lakh developers is our reach currently, and hoping to actually get them to start getting involved in it. So, because it's easy to reach out, it's, you know, not so easy to get that interaction back. So probably at this point, I would like to shoot out one question, especially to the devs out here, that one, what is stopping, what according to you is stopping you as a developer to go out and, you know, work with that project? Because something very important you need to do is you need to start experimenting, you need to really start coding, and what's very important is you need to start doing internships. You might not be ready yet, but doing that internship is going to get you that exposure, or get you that practice, that's going to make you that professional. So not a compulsion, but if any dev right now would stand up and say that, hey, this is my issue, this is what is stopping me, or this is my fear. Sure.
I actually don't know where to start from.
Sure. Okay, okay. So great. I think, you know, that's where I'll answer your question, that start with us. One, you'll have many, of course you have many resources, but this is something I can say very solidly that we are backed by the original Polkadot team. So what we do is we have the foundation level training. This is where we say that You just need to have even Web 2 coding. You might have just, coded back in school, like, if you have a computer class. You have that much knowledge also, we'll take care of the rest of it. So as long as you want to start off your journey, like, we give you that ultimate foundation level training. So hope you join us for the next batch or something like that. But anyways, we have resources already. If you want to go through, you can already start off your journey. Again, free of cost, so nothing to worry about over there. And again, we are going to, like I said, we are going to start off a Lambda school kind of, a program wherein you can actually get certified and, get placed accordingly. Okay, great. Anyone else with an issue? What is stopping you? Yeah.
How can we join you then? Like you were saying, you are ready for, all the tie-ups and everything.
Yeah.
So what is the process of joining you?
I'll do one thing. Towards the end of the talk, I'll again show up the QR code. Just join any of our channels, and any of us admins, we have a couple of them already there. So just ping any of us and we'll just guide you right through it. So we have everything ready, so not really tough a process, right? Anyone else, guys, before I move on? Sure, okay.
The sessions are online or offline?
So far we've been having it online. So since it's been, the times have been not too great, and it's been working fine. And especially, making it offline kind of currently makes it difficult because people might have to travel to a certain place. So everything is online and it's working great. And people across the globe, in fact, are not just Indians, but even outside, it's making it easier for them. So I think right now we're going to continue the virtual model, but in times to come, we'll also have like an official school going on for this.
Yeah, online is a preferred mode.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, great. Yeah, sure.
The particular issue that any team faces, like currently I have experience with building blockchains, but if I have a team of developers, and while the infrastructure you're providing is quite good for people who understand the core concept of a blockchain, like what is P2P networking, how the hell does a virtual machine work, where is my code getting compiled, how is it transmitting transaction, what is a transaction, what does a block contain? So these are very core simplified questions that pop up into the mind, actually don't pop up because they don't even know that this is the substructure of a blockchain. What is the difference? What happened after Bitcoin and then Ethereum, and then what is the big gap? Why is Ethereum so much better? So there are so many missing concepts. So would your course assist with that, or is it gonna kind of function along the lines of how a white paper does? Because a lot of systems are currently offering this along with even Cosmos and Polkadot is also offering this, but they have a restriction. It does not explain how the blockchain works on a fundamental scale. So that means I might understand how to utilize this tool, but it does not apply to blockchain in general, which is very dangerous because I might try to superimpose this skill set on another system, and that becomes risky. Because if I face disappointment after using this skill there and it doesn't work, so it's like, developers, you understand, we kind of slam our heads into screens at that point of time. So for people who have experienced this frustration for decades, it's easier to get through it and kind of like progress to that point. We'll do it.
Absolutely.
But for starters, if they face this at the first point, it is very demotivating. So how is Polkadot going to be helping with that?
Sure. Your name, please? I'm so sorry.
Karan.
Okay, great, Karan. I think that's a fantastic question. What I've covered so far is how we help people who are starting from scratch. But what about people who get stuck along the way, or those minor questions that we have? So while Substrate Saturday as a program is like a foundation level training, it takes you, level by level. But this is like, we have a team of, mentors who are going to be with you throughout. So even apart from the course, like even if you want to connect with our mentors who are actually quite the experts and have built on multiple chains already, so they can always guide you. If you're building your own project, you have doubts and stuff, we have the mentors backing you up, who you can reach out to anytime, shoot out, like show them your code, say where am I going wrong, why is this not working? They are definite, they are there to sort you out. In fact, we have a Discord channel where people have already started having these conversations. If they're working on a personal project, or college students are even working on an assignment and they get stuck, they actually reach out to our mentors, and the mentors are sweet enough to actually get it clarified. So don't worry, that kind of support is available too. It's not just about the specific curriculum. So that's the scene. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So again, I'll shoot the QR code out, and we'll probably have a more interactive session where I can connect you to who the exact mentors are on that channel, who you can reach out to, right? Okay, great. So we shall move on with that, and yeah. So now, guys, Apart from that, for all you college guys, what we also have is the ambassador program, or be a Web3 advocate over here. So wherein you can actually, lead a team within your college. You can like start off initiatives within your college, gather up those few people who really want to, probably do a hackathon or probably want to get placed together, have certain dreams. You can actually lead those and become a Polkadot India advocate. And since the community is growing at this pace, I think, even overall in the Polkadot ecosystem, the global ecosystem, you can, leave a mark that works really well for you as you go further into the career. And at the same time, you'll be contributing a lot to your own careers and your buddies together who you can get together. So, you can do something like that, of course, like a lot of privileges there. Again, there are no monetary benefits over here, so nothing to worry about. So again, like I said, there's a lot more to just the training. It's not just about learning how to do a certain code, or it's also about understanding what all are the projects going on out there, or how they are building on it, or what are the challenges they are facing. So like I said, that's something we call Dot Friday that we've been doing. And a couple of, just a showcase of who we've had so far. We've had Ken from Punk Network, we've had Anton from Platinum, we've had Fedra from Anmol Network, Just from Unore, we've had Bete from Akala, Ronald from Beholdus, we've had Prakash and Joseph, who are like geniuses from Engine Starter, Bernie, many of you must have heard of him, like him from Odyssey DAO, Rashmi from Born to Die, Sai from Scapec, Prasanna from Sere Network, and this is just a start. So we have like some great names coming in who have actually taken us through their journeys, through their failures. That's really been pretty inspiring and insightful for quite a few in the community, right? Apart from this, we also archive all our events, we archive all our learnings, we have a lot of resources that we give out in all formats for all kinds of Web3 professionals, and also now something we are starting, while we have a lot of educational video content that we curate that, we think is sensible, we're also trying to go vernacular, maybe have a series in Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali for all, in coming times. So yeah, we are trying to, make it easier for the Indian ecosystem to grow and, learn and be confident about their learning. So that's a lot we are doing. Again, a lot of educational resources with regard to newsletters and blogs that we have recently started. A lot of events that we host so that we get the right kind of people to partner up with. So this is all that we do. We are trying to get everything together and try to, suit all kinds of professionals in the ecosystem. And since last year, a little bit of how we've grown. So currently we are at a 18K plus community. We have over 30 plus leaders who mentor the team and our experts in the system. We have done over 25 plus virtual events, and we've done like about 6 since last night. We did about 6 IRLs. And like what we have dreams, but what we have achieved, it could have taken over 5 years to achieve. But thanks to the backing by the original Polkadot and Parity team, we've been able to achieve that quite a bit in the past year, and we should be able to achieve further in the upcoming 2 years, what would have been 5 years. Yeah, thanks. So, thank you. So basically a little bit about what our roadmap has been. So ignoring 2021, which has been our launch, we had wanted to start off these events like Dot Friday and Substrate Saturday. We wanted to start off building the community and creating groups. That's been achieved. As of 2022, we've been like, again, wanting to continue the events, grow a little further, do IRLs. We've been wanting to do Accelerator program, which is the ambassador program, which has been launched already. The placement program was on due, and that's again in process. Fundraising and strategic partnerships has already been achieved. And again, hackathon is something that's on our mind, so that's again coming up. What we plan to do in the coming times, again, like I mentioned, is something of the Lambda School model. We are planning to call it Polka School. That's going to be an even more detailed program basis the requirements of each kind of developers. Because obviously, all of you know that it's not just one kind of symptom called Web3 developer. There's a lot. You can be a lot of different kinds of Web3 developers. So we are planning to go detailed into that spoon with the Polka School. And of course, have an angel investor network. If things get better and bigger, we can start funding other projects who want to build, like from India, get the right grants and all of that. So a lot coming up, especially, and also a national summit maybe, because it's all about interaction. These days, I think, the fact that you guys are here, that it means a lot being a part of an ecosystem, interacting with the right people, learning from the right people. So getting all of these things going is what we aim to do, and hopefully we make it happen with all of your support. So basically, there's been a bombardment of Web3 knowledge all across YouTube, lots of archives and all of that. But where do you go? Who do you go to? How do you trust that's the right one? And even if you do, how do you know that that's legit information and not just something that someone tried on their own and is just, creating content with? So that's where we come in. We ensure, like we are giving you that surety that this is it. The training, the learning you get from our end is backed by the right OGs. And yeah, so it's very much trustable and it's going to get you places. So now a little about, probably, especially again, this conversation is a lot to do with developers and how you guys can make it out there and break those barriers. So apologies to those who have already crossed this level and, have kind of moved on to the bigger side of things. But for those of you who are fresh, who want to become a Web3 developer, a few snippets about, what you can probably do. One, understand the basics of blockchain, of course. Two, learn by practice, lots of practice, interact with the system, meet other coders, and it doesn't even have to be IRL, so you can just connect with a lot of people virtually also, but know who to connect with, be a part of the right communities. So that really helps, code, interact and code with each other. Probably do hackathons, the more you practice, the more you're out there, that's where you keep growing and learning. Make those mistakes, make sure you break your head when that code doesn't crack, right? So only then are you going to be out there. Become a Web3 engineer, learn, develop, like just experiment, develop a smart contract. Let's see what goes wrong, what's the worst that can happen? Just try your hand at that probably, okay? Intern, join projects, no matter how fresh you are into the industry, try your hand at things. Join projects, everyone, let me tell you, every project is on the lookout for devs, right? At any level, to be precise. So even if you have any sort of, any sort of confidence within you that, hey, maybe I can try, maybe I can do it, just go for it. Intern, always works, right? And finally, eventually, over time, trust me, you will make it not a big deal at all. Everyone's doing it, so nothing's stopping you right now. Again, something probably you can Google also and figure it out, but from my end, probably the few technical skills that you really must have to be a Web3 developer, right? One, understand the Web3 architecture. Data structures and databases, must do. Creation of smart contracts, like I said, experiment. What does it take? Just try. Max, you'll fail, but try, or that smart contract. Understand the decentralization world, like understand how it works, like what is decentralization? Get down to the basics. Don't just jump into the code directly. Of course, understand cryptography and cryptonyms. So again, the details, the minor details is what gets you strong, makes your foundation level strong. So make sure you've got all these basics in place. And finally, computer coding. Like I said, something you might have just done in school, but make sure you've coded. At any level, just make sure you've coded to want to be a Web3 developer. So yeah, guys, so basically pretty much it from my end. A little bit about our team. Our founder of Polkadot India, Amit Singh, he's also the founder of the tech team, like I said, Wow Labs and Socially. A little bit about our team. You can connect with any of us out here, showcase like once you join our channels. So yeah, also, we ourselves, like Polkadot India, Wow Labs, Socially, all of us, like these are our prime partners, but we are always on the lookout for devs. And also we are connected to a lot more global projects. So at any point, just join the community, one. Two, if you think that you want to try your hand, you want to be a part of a project, just get talking to us. Maybe we can connect you to someone and you can start off an internship, start off, smaller projects. So it's just about those practice sessions. Just come on board, get in touch with the team, and we'll make sure we do something out of the career and get you started in that space, right? So yeah, that's about it from my end, guys. And finally, like I said, if you ever want to just connect and hop onto the community and the thing, just scan up this QR code. Join our channels. We are very active on WhatsApp, Telegram. Twitter, of course, is happening. But for closer interactions, maybe just Telegram and WhatsApp would be great. We also have an exclusive channel for devs only. So if you want to get deeper into the dev conversations, Discord would be great for you guys. So yeah, that's about it from me, people. So any questions that you'd like to shoot out for me at this point? Pardon me? Oh, we are actually planning to get something on board, do something on board over here. So yeah, why not? It's all in talks, but we are planning to do a massive national summit from the Polkadot end. So that's coming up, definitely. So if not Decoded, another venture directly from Polkadot is something we are trying to do.
So hi, is there any prerequisite to join the course or start learning?
Yeah, so we just about finished our previous one last September, and we are planning to start the next course, say in December or tops Jan. So we'll be announcing it on our channels the minute we start off the next boot camp, and you can always hop on board. Yeah? Okay.
While you started your presentation, you asked for designers. So what does Polkadot have in store for designers?
So we don't like currently we are focusing on training our devs, but it's all about networking. Like I said, once you are a part of the community, you meet other designers, you meet other founders, probably someone who is looking out for a designer. You can connect with them. It's all about networking as well. So, and at the same time, you can also connect back with us saying, hey, this is where I'm falling short. Probably, do you have any kind of training for designers about this aspect? We can definitely figure you out because we have the best of designers as well in our tech team, right? So it's about what you need. Currently, devs have reached out to us and we know what they are looking for. Hence, it's been able to, it's been easy for us to reach out to them. But if you have specific needs, we'll definitely cater to it. As of now, designers, just figure out who your founders are, figure out who is looking for that designer, or say, hey, I want to join. There are people who instantly will respond saying, hey guy, hey boy, come, let's just do it. So that's the thing. Okay, anyone? Yeah.
Thank you. Say hi. So my question is more from a developer perspective, but I'll still ask. So let's say if somebody starts with Solidity, right, and then he or she wants to move to Substract.
Right.
How difficult is it?
Not at all.
If somebody already is in Solidity and then they work with the Substract also, do you think there's a problem with that? Because then you're part of one language, you're working, you're going beyond and mastering that skill, and then you think of moving to Substract. So is there a converge between the two somewhere, or how different they are?
No, one, there won't be an issue because firstly, like I said, to get into the Substrate program, you have to be any level of coder, even if you've just about done it in school. So one, it won't be difficult for you to take it on board. Two, Substrate, honestly, is one of the easiest languages to learn. So if you've cracked Solidity, trust me, Substrate is going to be an easy peasy for you, right? So, and it won't make a difference, like you won't deviate from Solidity too much to, get confused at any point. It's just a skill that you will earn, but at the same time, it will not ruin your knowledge of Solidity. So you can, at any point, once you're covered, you can deviate.
No, I completely agree. So it's like you learn Python, then you also learn C.
Yeah.
I agree. But my question was like, let's say I start working on projects which are more towards Solidity, but then moving to projects which are on Substract. So it's a bit of a problem, right? Because you cannot focus on both of them at the same time.
Yeah, that of course, you can't focus on both of them. So at some point, you have to choose. So it's about now knowing about Substrate. So once you've learned Substrate and probably experimented building on Substrate, then you will be able to decide further that, hey, I prefer to work on Solidity, or hey, this is better, maybe I should stick to Substrate. But of course, like at one point, you can't like work on multiple languages. That will kind of mess your head up, to be honest. You can, but yeah. Yeah, sure.
Please.
If you're a Solidity developer and you don't want to learn Substrate as deeply as possible, and you want to move to Polkadot, you can use Moonbeam as a EVM, and you can directly port your code from Solidity 2 to Polkadot version. So that's your...
Thank you. Yeah, that made sense. Yeah.
Thanks for the wonderful session. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So we are creating a university in Metaverse.
Wow.
And the whole agenda behind is basically to teach the next generation or the youngsters skill-based. And if we talk about Solidity, if we talk about Haskell, Rust, any of it,
Right.
A person can master it in how much? 4 to 6 months? 3 months?
3 is what we are counting on, because what we saw in 3 months was great, like what they had learned, and some of them have already been placed with great projects. So in 3 months, actually, they've covered quite a bit.
So my question is very simple. By any chance, would you be able, would Polkadot be interested in collaborating in our Web3 project in Metaverse, where you can literally teach hundreds of children absolutely free?
This sounds great. I think we should definitely connect. I think we can do something about it, definitely.
There you go. My man is already connected.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
that's Harsha. He's heading the Polkadot India community. So
Thanks.
yeah, I think we should definitely get talking,
Yeah.
and we can definitely do something about that. That
Thanks.
sounds very interesting. Definitely.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, so I don't have any question to ask, but just wanted to tell you that, if she's saying that you can just message any community and saying, I want to join as a designer, so there's so many people who are thinking, no, that's not true. It's not easy to get job like this. But I'm a social media manager at Bcrypt Exchange, and I get my job like this only. Before that, I was working in METAVERSE company. It's a gamify company. And over there as well, I'm just get a job like this. I message their, community and their HR and connect with them and fix my interview and get my job over there.
Yeah.
So it's not a fake thing. It's actually happening, and I am the proof that I'm getting the job. Like I got a job like this.
Fantastic.
So I think all of them, if you're thinking, you should try this.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Yeah. Absolutely, guys. You want it, you go get it. No one's going to come to you. Like, everyone's on the hunt. Just go get it, whatever you want.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Ananya Kumar. My question is, I am a programmer. Have been coding for 8-10 years. And I do coding in JavaScript.
Okay.
Which is, so, how easy or tough for me would be to become a Web3 developer on your platform? If you just break it in the steps such that we understand without using the Web3 terms.
Okay. One, it's going to be easier, because trust me, the Web3 languages to crack is easier than your Java and your C.
I cannot reuse my JavaScript skill.
No,
there.
it's very different. It's extremely different, but your basic knowledge of, the coding terminologies are pretty much the same. Your ifs and else's are all going to be the same, but it's actually easier to crack. They've simplified it much more than your Web2 languages, sorry. So it's actually going to be pretty easy. Like we said, even if you've done a basic coding in school, you're still going to be able to crack it. And people have, like we've seen in these past 2 boot camps that we've had people who are absolutely fresh, actually shine out by the end of the program. So not at all difficult. In fact, the journey might be quite easier for you than it would be to crack the Web2 language.
So I have to learn new language.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole new language altogether.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Yeah, very much. Sure.
No, basically, I just responded to something that I heard from you. So you have experience with JavaScript, right? So JavaScript is a big tool in building front-end segments for Web3 projects. So basically, you just need to learn tool sets or platforms for JavaScript, and you'd be good to go to work with Web3 projects. You could start with React or Next. Yeah.